Hi. My name is Lise Pettersson, and I am from Stockholm University, the Department of Special Education. And I thought I'd just give a brief overview of our courses in applied behavior analysis there, and kind of about what the situation is like in Sweden regarding applied behavior analysis, and then go on to talk about how I think we can use simple steps. Okay, we do have courses in applied behavior analysis at Stockholm University. And in fact, we're the only university in Stockholm that has these courses, in Sweden, that has these courses. So it's actually a rather small population of people that do take them. And, right, and we've been having courses in Stockholm. These are two of my colleagues. I'm from the Department of Special Education, and Jonas and Tobias, are from the Department of Psychology. And we collaborate, and we have these courses together. And what we do is we take turns having courses. So the Department of Special Education has some courses, 3 courses, an introduction to autism, because that's very important, and then the Department of Psychology has, goes on and has a course on single subject research design, and then we have a course and they have a course, etc. And our students are mature students. They all have a degree, and they all work with children or adults with autism. It could be speech language pathologists, occupational therapists, psychologists, special educators, social workers, educators, of course, etc. And I thought I would also mention that in Sweden we have a system probably which is similar to the one you all have, but there are 2 organizations, separate organizations, that give support to children and families of children with autism. And one is through the medical services, and the other one is through the educational services. The medicational services provide consultation to children and families, and this consultation should be evidence-based, and the officers for the Habilitation Center have written in a document that when it comes to children with autism, it should be based in applied behavior analysis, and the interventions should be intensive and behavioral. And the medical services also provide courses to parents and paraprofessionals, 2 or 3 day full workshops. And then the educational services, that would be that they provide, that children are provided, for example, in preschools with a paraprofessional. So for each child with autism, there should be a paraprofessional, but that paraprofessional might also actually help take care of the group. So there's no guarantee, in fact, that the child will obtain applied behavior analysis and any real evidence-based supports. Let's see here. Okay, and so this is just a picture of Sweden. It's a long country, rather thin, not as skinny as Norway, but it's thin. And we have 9.5 million people. Stockholm is the capital, and it has 870,000 people. And I'm just going to talk a little bit about Stockholm to give you a picture of what the situation is like there. They have, according to the website, at the Habilitation Center for Children with Autism, they've had an increase of children with autism of 170% since 2004. At present, there are 956 children under the age of 6 that need support, and they counted this up as being about 1% of the population of 5 and 6-year-olds in Sweden. And thus, this has become a kind of a crisis and a catastrophe, because the Habilitation Center cannot accept any new children. They're not taking in any children, newly diagnosed children from September this month until January 31st, 2014. and any newly diagnosed children of 6 years age will receive no individual support. And this has created a situation in which families are desperate. Many, don't know much about applied behavior analysis, and they're seeking private support. And as I just mentioned, it's only Stockholm University that has these kinds of supports, education. So there's no guarantee that the kind of help that they'll be receiving is actually high quality. And this, of course, is also a very big problem for staff, because it will be it's an unbearable workload to, and it's also unethical. How many people can a person actually help? And as I mentioned, they do provide 2-day introduction workshops. So there's a big burden. Okay, and so just some of the challenges in Sweden. We have this increased prevalence of children with autism. We have, as I mentioned, we're the only university. We have lack of competent staff, lack of university coursework, and then another thing we have is lack of university staff competent in the application in theory of applied behavior analysis as it pertains to autism interventions. And so this is a title I borrowed from an article that wrote together with in the European Journal of Behavior Analysis together with Mickey Keenan and Carola Dillenberger. Necessity is the mother of invention. So this is giving us, creating a situation in which we need to think creatively in Sweden. And here I can see simple steps playing an important role, because we need to fill in gaps. We need to fill in the gaps in different levels, and simple steps can be used in that regard. Parents and professionals need to be able to come in contact with applied behavior analysis, and parents need to be able to do it rather quickly, as also people working in preschools. And and then also I think working through simple steps, I really see the importance of collaborating with different institutes of higher education and habilitation centers throughout Europe and actually the world. And and I would also just like to mention that Simple Steps is actually, as Loa mentioned, going to be the first tool that is in Swedish about applied behavior analysis. It's not only a first multimedia product, but it's also the first educational tool. Okay. And this is just the knowledge triangle that I'm showing that it's through this collaboration, education, research, and extension of that, and working together within Europe, that I think we can really utilize simple steps and improve the situation for children and families with autism. And no need to say, I'm extremely grateful to Northern Ireland for this, being able to participate in this fantastic project, and all the different funders and universities involved. Okay, thank you.